Hello everyone, this is Cody Channel and I'm back for an astro update for the new moon in Virgo occurring at 26 degrees. This is happening Thursday morning, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it is a supermoon, and we are looking directly into a lot of purging, boundaries, and the word stiff upper lip. Now, why do I say this? So the fixed star, there's two fixed stars. So there's a fixed star labrum, who is in Latin the upper lip. So there is a sort of feisty nature that is coming in, pouring in a lot of deep wisdom, okay? Then we have the fixed star Bennett Nash, which is associated with war and illness and different types of maladies. So we're looking at what it is that we can control within our bodies, what it is that we can do for ourselves to make sure that we can have some kind of balance, which Virgo requires to accomplish and to materialize what it is that they desire. Now, when we look at labrum, we see it's an orange star, a bright orange star that is similar to our last month's reading, and also similar to the sun, which appears bright orange in many parts of the world right now. We can look at the glow, and we can look at our earth and see that, of course, Mother Gaia will give us endlessly, but the boundaries are needed. We are the extension of Earth, and we have to be the ones to stop what is happening. Remember that all of the local community governments are our allies this year with the Gemini North Node, and going back into that new moon, it has many aspects. So right away, the new moon is squaring the North Node in Gemini, which is a difficult place for us to stop, pause, and think about what it is that we need to review about how we go about receiving energy, giving energy, because Mars is ruling the root chakra, and we are looking at a inconjunct or quincunx to Mars. So the moon is in conjunct Mars, and it's squaring the North Node, having us pause and review for what it is that we would like to bring in with us, to what it is that we can offer, and what it is that we intuitively know to be true. This year, with the Gemini North Node, which is considered to be a benefic placement for the North Node, is all about revealing how we can care and we can intelligently provide for ourselves, and what we can do that is not giving into false leaders. And this is a really good time to look around and maybe see where you're just giving your energy away to people, whether it be putting your faith in our political system or putting your faith in a job. These things are of the Capricorn Saturn, as well as the Sagittarius South Node natures. These vibrations need to be released and cleared. They want you to clear them. Certain patriarchal structures and different, very restrictive and seemingly protective organizations might need you to understand a little bit more about them. And this can happen within your own life, within your own family, or within your job, and it is happening on a global scale. So the last time the nodes of the moon were in this placement was during the time when the Iraq war started. So we are looking at a lot of information coming through with the Gemini North node, and us needing to use discernment and using that information for ourselves rather than letting other people misinterpret it as we have seen them do for years on end. Much like we have seen them treat our people in places everywhere across the world. So with the knowledge we all have, you need to put yourself first, looking into your body, feeling into what it means to clear a path between the gut-brain barrier. They say our thoughts are so powerful that we can clean out our auras and we can create new realities. But at the same time, it is hard to do any of those things when you are worried about financial incomes or financial restrictions or stresses from your day to day. So as you're watching this video, look at if there is a specific time of day or something that you know you can do to make your life help to clear and to set up firm boundaries of what it is that you know to be right in your heart. And the meditation I'm providing, please email me and you can get on my list. We'll be going through and clearing out the crown chakra and working on bringing rain to earth. That has been my focus. I've been praying every day, and I hope that we can all work together to make this come about. The power of intentional prayer across the globe has been proven very effective. So when we look at what's coming up next, we see the Aries retrograde. Right now it's in conjunct to the new moon. So we're looking at what it is, and when it's like that, it feels left out, okay? So Mars is kind of like just angsty and angry without the proper container, right? So we want to look at what it is that we might want to change about our course of action right now, and what it is that we want to protect about ourselves and our moon that we know we need so that we can be more of help, right? And so I'm hoping that you guys can take some time to meditate and look at what it is that you have to say no to. And with the beginning of the Aquarian age, as we go into the official Aquarian age with Saturn going into Aquarius, we want to understand the chaotic sort of lower levels of Aquarius, which is very chaotic and also very rebellious. So it's important that we look at and honor that that is just a part of life, and to kind of armor up so that you can see some of this chaos but not be so attached to it or not let it suck you into it. So they say if you don't have a plan, you end up in someone else's, right? And it seems like we're all in someone else's very terrible plan right now. So it's time for us to honor our bodies, become quiet, become still, turn off any of the things that cause you anxiety, and go into the earth, hug some trees. You will find enlightenment if you meditate with nature. This is a prime time because the Schumann resonance is showing that there has been sort of like this void energy right now. And with that is a very creative moment. I have all of my progressed planets in Virgo conjuncting this moon right now. And when you have the later degrees Virgo, like our new moon, this is showing us we have incredible intuitive powers if we can balance the feminine and masculine. as we are supposed to within our energetic fields in order to better be of service. And the astrology that I teach helps you to pinpoint areas in your life that you need to transcend in order to ascend. So when you want to look at Saturn, this planet is someone that you want to make your friend. People who have Saturn returns in Aquarius they were born specifically to help make the burden of the beginning of the Aquarian age more palpable for us. And they will be mastering the art of intelligent, future-minded communities. And this is what we need. People talk about, they make fun of people that they say, oh, they did that and it didn't work, or, you know, they went and tried to form intelligent communities. I lived in an earthship before. It didn't work too well for me because it was pretty much uninhabitable in the winter. But we have to look at more sustainable ways. And obviously, we are the ones to change. We are the ones to do it. So this new moon, make sure that you can connect deeply with Earth and see where it is you want to welcome in some new service work or welcome in some new feminine work that you would like to do that is involving you being receptive. And remember that the capitalistic patriarchal system we live in, which this year, since January, we've been talking about how it's crumbling and how we're deleting that from our timeline. So while we're shifting into that, remember that you are healing and working in whatever capacity you are working on top of a system that only values money and profits, right? So this is a big time for you because you can take the tools that you have around you, look at what it is that you can do going forward, but do not take things as set in stone. This is a time of shifting. So they say psychically the Piscean age was the fortune teller era where people were able to see very directly a point. And now with the Aquarian age, those types of psychics and even my own practice has shifted so much, leaning more towards not foreseeing exact outcomes, but for bettering the timeline and for creating a more holistic and humanitarian outcome. And the Aquarian age is going to take care of a lot of things anyway, because our planetary system and the astrological systems are highly intelligent and they're here to communicate with us and help us. So as we dissolve these intense and highly unhelpful and unstable circumstances, we remember that we have so much power within us that our system has denied, that we might have growing pains or outbursts. We might set a boundary a little too hard, or we might do some things so that you might regret later. You can't be perfect. Nobody is. And also the healing aspect of this new moon is incredible. So setting up your boundaries, allowing some kind of outlet, as the recent retrograde Mars has shown us. Now, as Jupiter went direct, this is a great time to finish up. At the same time, we're multidimensional, so we're still all coming into, a lot of people are coming into brilliant ideas that they want to create. And this is important for them to stay on course, because having that vibration up is going to help you to achieve what it is that you want for your Aquarian age glow up or come up, whatever it is that you want to call it. So because of that, I am offering all of the things that I'm offering, but in a more intimate setting, and I will be creating another video for that. But for anybody who's been asking me about where I learned astrology, or if I could give them more of my astrological knowledge, I am working on getting that out as soon as possible. And I'm still offering my very special soul star purpose readings, and I work with fixed stars to show and paint a story of what was happening on your North Node and on your planets when you were born. So if there's any advice I can give you, it's just to clean yourself from the inside out, nurture your thoughts, and provide peaceful and soothing words to yourself. And if you have to stay away from something, or you have to say no, understand that the universe is happy with you when you do that, because you're allowing the other thing to end, right? So we can't allow one thing to end until we have acknowledged that it first is a thing and that it needs to end. So whether we're cutting cords with billionaires or we're cutting cords with toxic family members, we are supported in this age to do so, in a time where we're coming from service and sacrifice of the Piscean age, going into being fully responsible for yourself and your own salvation. So I will leave you with that, and I hope everybody has a beautiful rest of their day, and feel free to email me if you'd like to get a copy of my recent meditation. Thank you.